Good afternoon. My name is Prince Comrade Olushola Adeboye from the Office of the Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center, reaching you from our Olimosho branch, Shasha, Lagos, Nigeria. Today we have several or many cases to attend to. The first in our list here is a case that is already in progress that we are treating. A case of husband and wife who find it needless to be together as partner. They've been here twice, if not three times already. I think some of you can recall whenever the face of the woman is being shown or televised. A man who has so many ailments, sicknesses, and the wife is the nurse that used to treat him. At the end of the day, because of the quarrel, the wife wasn't treating him again, and he too isn't ready for the marriage. So we'll be giving the woman audience to tell us her purpose of being here today. Good afternoon once again. All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gloria. My purpose of being here today is that they gave me appointment to come here today to continue with the case. Right now I'm here and my husband is not here. During the period, that was last year, during the Christmas time, Mr. Victor Steven, he was trying to know where I and the children are staying. He was calling the children, trying to know where they are. Even some strange people who I did not even know before, they were coming to where I am, to the place where I rented. So I don't know the purpose, and I don't really know. And at the same time, his junior brother from village called me. He called me, he said that I should remove the case from human rights. That if I and his brother want to separate, that it's not the human rights that will separate us. That I have no right to take the matter to human rights. That I have to come here to come and remove the case. So I now told him that when their brother was misbehaving, did they not hear? Didn't I tell them? What do they now do? Now their brother is threatening my life, telling me that he will kill me. That if I remain in the house, that he's going to kill me. That if I take the children away, that he's going to trace me and he's going to harm me. Now that I have left the house, and I have taken the matter to human rights, now they are telling me to come and withdraw the matter from human rights. That I cannot withdraw the case from human rights anymore. So last time, I was told to come here with the receipt because I let the human rights know that I have been paying school fees for years now, for years backward, and every month I do pay 30,000 into the school account. Until now, I'm still owing debt in Lagos before we later moved to Songo. That I'm still owing debt. That the schools are still calling me that I should come and clear up my debt. Even the school the children we are attending at Ogun State, before they stop, I'm still owing them. I am not able to pay up. So that day, the chairman had told me that I should come. When I'm coming, I should come with all the receipts that I'll be using to pay the school fees, because I let him know that I'm staying with my children somewhere. So he said I should come with the receipt of everything that I'll be paying. So I'm here with all the receipts, sir.
Uh, let's see it one after the other. But let's talk about certain things before we talk about the receipt or consider the receipt. What about this marriage? Is the marriage still on? Do you still see it working? Do you still want it to work? Talk about yourself.
Sir, it's not working anymore.
That means you are done and dusted.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, and you are not with him at the moment.
No, sir.
Are you in any of his properties, like living in any of his house at the moment?
No, sir.
So, how old is your last born for him?
9 years, sir.
Your first child for him?
16, sir.
Okay, they are all underage as it is now. So, what you will need from this marriage, like here we don't separate. This is not a divorce court or center. We only advise here. We protect and advise. If you are under threat, we protect. And if you don't know what to do and you see maybe if you have support or assistance, the marriage may work, we assist. So in this case, if you are completely done, if I'm not mistaken, I think one pastor came with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
My uncle.
what has been his role? Because I remember that day he was so happy and he promised that he is going to use his, you know, influence with God to look into the matter. So what has he done ever since he visited this office?
Yes, sir. Actually, he called Mr. Victor Steven back and he talked to him. So he now feel me back that Mr. Victor Steven said he's no longer interested in the marriage anymore. That is what Mr. Victor Steven told him.
Meanwhile, your family, they are aware and they try their best and now they are aware that the marriage is done,
Yes, sir.
supported.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In that case, like I said before, we don't do a divorce program here. Were you legally married like in the courts?
No, sir.
Traditionally,
Yes, sir.
that is also recognized by a court. I think customary court, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Then you have to go and do it. It's an advice. I'm not saying you should go and do it. You have to go and leave the marriage completely as you wish to. So hereafter, he will not know, or the law will not recognize that you guys are no more together, and he needs to be taking care of his children. That is exactly what I think I told him or told of you the other day. If you guys are no longer interested in the marriage, so long the children they still need to further their education, they are still underage, none of them is up to 18 years yet or above. So they will need their parental care or assistance to further their education. So in this case, we are going to call your husband, so long he should have nothing with you, or maybe have nothing or no interest with you, as well as you. Then we should talk about the children. When he fails to, we have no any other choice than to get him apprehended. We see Lagos based on Ogun State.
So since I left his place, I
Which
don't
of his
really know
place
where.
is in
It's
Lagos?
Ogun State.
Alright. Okay. Please assist us with your phone. Okay, let's go to like charging bank. Okay, let me look at what to the next thing. All right, as we are waiting for the secretary to recharge her phone, but the phone of this branch is having some NIN issue which need to be rectified in as I speak now. President has been there since 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. this morning. According to her, the crowd in that NIN office, the crowd as at 5 a.m. in the morning, what televising. Nigerians, we are suffering and smiling. Nothing is working in this country. No, absolutely nothing. And those people who are there, not that they are just doing it for the first time, they pass through this same process before. At the end of the day, it will be disconnected. They will ask you to go and do and redo this and redo that. I don't even want to remember the stress I went through in their local government here when I was doing this ININ, whatever they call it.
My own up to date. They say processing, internal processing error since last year.
Nigeria is not working in any level.
But the surprising thing is that in the north, they go to their houses, do it for them. In the south,
Even the ones they queue up here and for some days and whatever obtain, they did not send it to the appropriate wherever that Abuja or Lagos here. So when you go there, you as if just as if you've not done anything, you have to start afresh. And as at 5 a.m. this morning, according to president of this organization, said the crowd as at 5 a.m. in the morning is over 300.
they will not answer him unless he do something off. That's the issue. Well, it is the system.
All right, we'll be calling the man any moment from now to talk about the children. And as for you, you've seen the marriage, you've seen the back and front of this marriage, and moreover, the man is not in good health. Now, maybe you too, you are just like pushing us that the man have no, according to you, I'm quoting whatever I experienced here. The man has no manner, doesn't care, is not remorseful of any wrongdoing, and financially is not caring now, and maybe between the John Bosco, maybe is also not trying based on himself. So you are just like you are there taking care of your children. So, but according to this man and people who can bear us witness, who can still remember, this man said he was once doing where he bought you, he can't about 2-3 cars he bought for you. He said you use his car to learn how to drive. And when you reported him, you said this man is good for nothing, he has not been trying, you have been the caterpillar and bulldozer of your family. The man was not able to speak according to my directive because of his head. I said, okay, go and get yourself treated, come the next time. The next adjournment, he was able to narrate how he has opened or whatever business or bought you a car and all this. I don't know if I'm putting another person's statement. You look like the woman, and despite the fact that the man is not here yet. Are you not the man, the one that the man said he bought her a car? Maybe I see a lot of faces. Use your mind.
Sir,
I'm not saying he actually. Are you the person or not?
that is what he says, and I'm
Thank
the person.
God you are the
You are
person.
not quoting another
Okay,
person's
so in
case.
that case, maybe your marriage was for better to stay and for worse to vacate.
Sir, it wasn't like that, sir. So I don't know whether you forgot when we were when I was narrating this issue last time, how this man cheated on me. I talk about that and how he have been how he will leave home sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 1 month before he will call. He doesn't tell me where he went to. By the time he come, if I ask him, he will put another story down. Sometimes he will not even mind me. How he went ahead, not that we quarrel, not that we fight. he went and do another traditional wedding with another woman when I was still with him. How his sister came from Abuja to attend the wedding and so on and so forth. How he put cutlass under his bed that is going to kill me if I did not leave this marriage. So that was what I narrated to you last time when I came, sir. Because even I even told you how he abandoned the children, how he denied the children that he's not the father of those children. It was later he started apologizing to the children. Sir, what I'm really here for, I want him to come and write undertaking. If anything happened to me, because my life is at threat, his family is telling me to withdraw this matter from human rights. And strange people are coming around me, which I don't really know them before. I want him to come here, to come and write undertaking. If anything happened to me and if anything happened to my children, let him come and pick up the responsibility as a man, as a father to those children.
Please give her what to write her husband, her former husband's number so we can call him. All of you are inside because I told you people before where to stay. You don't want to. Even you want to carry the yourself. Now they your name never come at your place. You know you are number one of the number one top fan in this organization. You will create the world today. So give my protect over her. Make her a layer thing. Small girl, please go and sit where your sister is.
I told the man no.
For what? You will grow up now, you will say not be waiting. No, let her even sit here. Sit there. Sit that second.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Calling you from the Office of the Human Rights Defenders.
Okay, good afternoon.
How are you?
Thank God.
Today is the adjournment day set aside, and your ex-wife or your about to divorce wife is here, and you are not here.
Well, I was called upon this ceremony. I explained to the person. My health is bad, I cannot make it.
Your health is bad.
Yes.
I advise you the other day to take good care of yourself. So you are
That's what I'm trying to do.
you are trying to do for how many months? You have to. Your children need you. If you don't need them, you have to keep yourself alive. You understand?
That's what I'm doing. Okay.
So according to your about to leave wife, because you also said you are no longer interested in the marriage. She too has concluded that the marriage is over, and the only bone of contention between you and her is how to be taking care of the children. That is just the only reason why we need you, sir. So don't bother about other things to talk about outside the children. Let's talk about the children. You know they are still underage. They need to further their education and their upkeep. That is only what we want to hear from you.
can't talk much now because of my health.
I know, I know. So I'm going to give you a week. Please take care of yourself. You know, BP, when you treat it well, you can talk well even in the evening. But I'm not going to call you in the evening. Take some bed rest. I'm going to call you next week Friday, okay?
Okay.
Take good care of yourself.
Thank you.
Or should your wife come and treat you? You know, she's your nurse. She used to be your nurse.
Safe battle.
I should tell her to come and treat you, or I should forget about it.
I'm taking treatment already.
Alright, take care of yourself. When you dey treat am, e no break down like truck like this. Na as you come leave am, na im wan break down so.
Sir, do you forget that last time we visited this place, when you adjourned this case to January 21, he was arguing with you. He said no, that you should give him more extension. So you were now telling him that is 1 month not okay for you to take care of yourself? Because I'm the one that knows him. I have stayed with this man for good 20 years. I know what he can do and I know what he cannot do. Well,
Tell us what he can do and what he cannot do if you want to make it public.
oh God. I already said it. Let it, since he already said it on his own here that day, that he's not interested. And me too, I said I'm not begging you. I'm not begging him. Let him come and be taking care of his children and leave me in peace. Since he said that I'm not doing anything for him, since he have got married with me, he have not seen.
Madam, I thought you said the marriage is over.
Yes, sir.
Why taking us back? Let us focus on the children.
Yes, sir. No problem, sir.
There are lots to do because you have a good case as far as the children is concerned because they are underage.
Yes.
So listen now, and this man has up to 2 houses. So you have good case, whether you call it 3 or 1.5, at least have land or whatever. So he has a very good case that sickness cannot stop. So if you want to kill himself, you want to invite sickness to kill himself, it may even be better, sorry to say, it might even be better for the children so that they can sell the houses and take care of themselves. So if you want to live, let him live. See, this thing is by force. It's not by the way your facial appearance or so or demonstration. Let me tell you the real truth. Taking care of his children, whether he can feed or not, so when he has a landed property, is by force. They must go school. They must be taken care of. So in that case, after next week, nothing happen. We put in a petition, get him arrested. Then from that arresting now, if you want this child to court, if he did not cooperate, we will not charge him to court. In that court, they will demand for all these properties that he has. So they will evaluate it or tell him this also property, you will leave this for your children to be taken care of. That one na by force. Not so now that you are removing the marriage inside, if you want this case to go ahead, remove that marriage inside. But I will advise you never divorce yet, so that you still get more strong ground. So that they don't say leave me and my children, I mean not I have to take care of them. It's still our children now. So leave the marriage aside, don't judge about marriage, stay away, let's do this case. All that in property, if you want make we help am sell am, we go push am enter court, we go help am sell everything by force o. So if you don't know your right, you don't know the what you are pursuing, you will just be jumping here, talk about the marriage, talk about the 2100, not be like that. You are very lucky, the children, how many are there?
4, sir.
4 of them, they are still of underage and they must go school. If you like, you are working, you are being paid 1 million in a month. If you don't want to spend it all on your kids, you must be invited to assist. So long it's not completely handicapped or financially handicapped. You understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now we are going to give him the benefit of the doubt just for next week, but you don't need to come. I don't know where you are living, if it's close by.
It's very fast. I couldn't go back that day. I have to sleep my friend place. It was the next morning that moved.
Uh, all right. This is where we're going to draw the curtain of this very one. And thereafter, another one will be here. By next week, like I said before, our this branch phone, they are working on it. I believe before that time it will be out. Otherwise, you call the Keja number, they will avail you.
So I don't have.
We are going to give you before you go, or you can type it right away.
I should find out this number. It's the first one. Okay, the first one.
Yeah. Let her remove, I will not get enough flyer. And a person will not lost with a big flyer. Who might
It's
not
just
lost back and
right
front.
is okay. So that is the Keja number, sir.
Yeah. The one that ends with 17.
So I should call the number of
Yeah, if you call the number, tell them you want the number of this branch.
Okay, sir.
Mm. Did you say you are doubting the paternity of your children?
That was what he said. But when he came here last time, he didn't say so again.
Okay, you said it before.
He said it before.
Okay.
So when he
Then
now
last
came,
time you corrected it that because you are preventing or they always listening to you. I don't know, Sha, but however, let us not go there. Okay. All right. Next. Okay.